How's it going? I'm Brett Harner from Southeast Pennsylvania, Princeton, class 2017. Wrestled there.
All right. So, as you stated, you wrestled for Princeton, great university. Can you tell me a little bit about your wrestling story, how you first got into the sport and then, kept progressing and how you got to where you are today?
Sure. Yeah. So, started wrestling when I was 4. I think I've seen photos of me in a single when I was 3. My dad ran our youth program, Western Army Golden Eagles, 30 minutes west of Philly, Norristown, Pennsylvania. My uncle was our high school coach. All my older brothers wrestled, so I didn't really have much of a choice in it, I guess. But I guess I did it for around 19 years. Just stuck with it all the way through. Started taking it a little more seriously probably after middle school. Stopped playing all my other sports and just kind of devoted all my attention towards wrestling, and working towards using it to get into college of my choice.
How did you end up doing in high school and then make your decision that you wanted to go to Princeton, and then how did you end up doing in college?
Yeah, so actually I repeated 8th grade. So I was a little immature, I guess, for an 8th grade. I was young for my grade. Stayed back a year. Went to a local Catholic school near me. Just competed all year. Came in to high school at Norristown. Was 8th in Pennsylvania State's my freshman year. Then 4th, 3rd, and 2nd. And at that point, I was committed to Princeton. I think it was probably about September my senior year. I think once I started taking school. I took school, pretty seriously in high school. I think once I got my SAT scores back, like my sophomore year, I realized that the Ivy League was an actual option, which was a surprise to me. Didn't realize the opportunities that actually wrestling kind of afforded, academically. So kind of focusing on which Ivy League school I wanted to go to. Sophomore, junior year, things started to get more serious. When I was in high school, coaches weren't allowed to call you till I think July 1st, going into your senior year. So things picked up quickly. Visited a few schools, Penn, Harvard, Princeton. Ultimately, just something just clicked kind of when I was there. Coaching staff, campus, it's close to home. Just felt right, and I just kind of knew that's where I was supposed to be.
How did your college career end up turning out? And
so I guess freshman year I moved up from 174 to 84 mid-season. I was cutting way too much at 74. Ended up taking 5th at the NWAs. They only took top 4, didn't get a wild card. Sophomore year, I sprained my midfoot ligament about a week before Easterns, weighed in, got a wild card, didn't place there. I was in crutches and a boot for like 5 weeks. It was tough. Junior year, I ended up winning Easterns, 8th place at Nationals, and this past year qualified for Nationals but fell short of All-American again.
I mean, although you didn't, achieve your ultimate goal, it still sounds like you had a great career and you've turned out into a great person today. Wrestling in this event, what does this event mean to you? Raising money for kids in the Beat the Streets program who don't have, the income or, good situations to, put themselves in the right place, but then Beat the Streets puts them into the right environment.
Yeah, it's an absolutely incredible event, organization. The sport of wrestling is so just unbelievably transformative in the way it kind of shapes your character, your work habits, your overall just drive to do well. I'm always happy to get out and support. Get a little exercise in the meantime too. Not in as good a shape as I used to be, but it's an absolutely great cause. I've been to a few Beat the Streets events now. And the kids are always super grateful, very well spoken, just great kids. So we do everything we can to help.
Do you have any future plans in the sport of wrestling, or are you now gearing towards life?
Tentatively, no. I'm working full time in Manhattan, which is another great part of getting back to Beat the Streets.
Awesome.
Get to see the our works come to fruition. I'm working a lot. No real plans for wrestling. Try to stay in shape. Go around. I'll help down to Princeton. Every time I go in there, I'll stop in the room, roll around a little bit, try and help the guys out. For the meantime, I'm just living.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Ben.